Imagine Jesus Christ committed to a code repository, and you want to see what changes have taken place before he came or after he came. So you can be like, before Christ, oh, Roman Empire, oh, after Christ, oh, yeah. Yeah, that's probably what Jesus Christ would do. You can do all of that using Git logs. Yeah. I would love to work with Jesus Christ on a GitHub project. Jesus Christ, hit me up, bro. Hello guys, it's Alok Hegde and welcome back to another video about Git. In this video, we'll talk about what Git repositories are, how do you upload an existing folder onto Git, how do you check for the history of like who and all has contributed using Git logs, then what Git status is and how do you write a smaller version of Git status. We learn about all of that in this video. So let's get started. But before that, you should like, share, and subscribe. Woohoo! And let's get started with the video. So yeah. But firstly, what are Git repositories? A Git repository is nothing. It is where all your code is saved. It can be a folder or a directory where all your code and other related files such as readme and gitignore and all the other files are kept. Like this is a Git repository. If I go here, this is a Git repository. Here all the important folders like are saved here. Like or even this is a Git repository where all the important folders and files are saved. Like the readme file, the index. It tells you what the project is and how do you start contributing to it and how do you install the necessary components for it. Yeah, that's what it is. It is basically the home of the code. If you want to say it in like a more fancy way. Yeah, Git repository is the home of the code, right? So that is what a Git repository is. Now, how do you convert a folder, an existing folder, into a Git repository? It is very easy. You can just do it by typing Git init, right? If I go here, this is a folder, right? This is a normal folder. Now, if I can just convert this into a Git folder by typing Git init. Now it's a Git folder, done. Reinitialize, yeah, existing Git repository. Yeah, it became a Git repository now. That's it. Now all you have to do is you have to just tell which and all folders you want to add to GitHub by typing git add, and then you have to write a commit message. Okay, I'll show you that afterwards. But yeah, now you know how to convert a folder into a Git repository. A folder and a Git repository, there's not much difference. There's like 1% difference. Okay, the 1% difference is it has a .git folder. A .git folder is a folder where all the important files such as the hash data file and the git hooks file. Okay, I'll tell you all that in the coming up videos. All the important files which is needed to upload it onto GitHub are saved. Now that you have a .git folder created, you can upload it onto GitHub. Yeah, now I'll tell you how to do it. You can do it by adding these three lines. Okay, here is that. Okay, first just go to GitHub. I'll show you how to upload onto GitHub. Create some folder. Create called bra. Yeah, bra, and just create repository. Okay, now if you want to upload this existing folder onto that, okay, I'll just create another folder. Okay, fine. This only. You can just copy paste this and paste it here. Right. Now I just copy paste the first two lines because that time I can only add the files I want to add onto this. Okay. Now if I do git status, it'll show they have, like, if you see here what no commits yet, all that means it's basically telling, hey, I'm Git, I know which files you want to be added to GitHub. Now just add those files. It's telling that it knows what the files there are in this folder. You can just add it onto GitHub. You can do be like git add dot. I want to add it to GitHub. No, so you type add. Git add dot means you're adding all of the files. If you wanted to add just if I want to just add readme.md, I would type it like this, but I want to add all the files. So dot. Yeah. Okay. Like that. Okay, now what, this folder has already a GitHub repository, so I'll show it to you in another folder. Okay, I'll just, yeah. So inside this folder, yeah. Now I'll just initialize it as a Git repository by typing git init. It's done, and I'll just let's create one HTML file, and I'll just yeah, that's it, done. Now I can see git status. Okay, yeah. So now I've created the folder. No, now I will upload this folder, and I've converted it into a Git repository also. I will upload it onto GitHub. You can do that by copy pasting those first two lines, right? Copy and paste. Okay. Now that you've copy pasted it, now the last thing you have to put is git push origin main. This will push it onto GitHub. Okay, it didn't work for some reason. Git push. Okay, I tell you why it didn't work. First, you have to add these files, right? So you have to do git add dot. Here the dot means that you're adding all of the files, right? So git add dot. Next is git commit minus m. Okay, don't worry about this part. I'll tell you this what git push is, what git commit is in another video. Now just remember that if you do git init, it'll get initialized. And to push it onto GitHub, type these lines: git push and git push origin main. Yeah. Now as you can see, I've pushed it onto GitHub. If I go here, you can see that it's there on GitHub. So yeah, that's how you do that. And voila, your folders from your local machine have been uploaded onto GitHub using Git. Now, how do you do the opposite of that? How do you get this repository from GitHub onto your machine or any other repository, right? How do you do that? Okay, so here there's another folder I have. How do you get it back? You can do that using git clone. Git clone creates a copy of this repository onto your local machine or your computer. Hence the use of the word clone. Cloning, no, like it's just creating a copy of it. So now how you can do that by copying this, and you can go here, or you can go to git bash, and you can just paste it there, right? Alok Hegde. Okay, just type git clone and copy paste it. Okay, fine. I'll just copy paste it in the git clone, then the name, then the thing you copied from here, git, this URL you have to copy, and yeah, you have to paste it, and it'll work. It's telling cloning. Don't worry about all of these things, just see this. Now you have downloaded the folder from GitHub onto your computer. So now if you do ls, there will be a folder saved with the name of that repository. Yeah, like the name of this repository is give me movie. No, now there's a folder here which is called as give me movie, if you see here. Yeah, now what if I wanted to name this folder something else? So of give me movie, I want it to be saved in some other folder. Now I'll show you another this thing. I'll copy this and I'll save it as some other name. So git clone that URL. If I want it to be saved as instead of face, I want it to be saved as mouth. Yeah, so I can do that. Yeah, so now as you can see, the name of the git is face. The git repository is face, but as I saved it as mouth. I can do that by doing this. Once again, yeah, anywhere. Yeah. Now the next thing is git status. Now what the fuck is git status? Git status is probably the most typed command ever by anyone who uses Git. Git status shows you in which stage the files are. Yeah, so okay, I'll go to the index of this thing only. Now I'll make some changes here. I'll be like yo, I'll instead of yo bra, I'll just say namaste brother. Okay. Now if you can see, if I do git status, I'll show that there's some changes have taken place. You have to yeah, so some changes have taken place, some modifications have happened. You should commit it, right? That's what git is telling you. You should commit it, and that's telling. Now I can do that by typing git add dot means all the changes. So git add dot I can do. And now if you see git status, from red it went to green, so it knows. Yeah, so if you can see here the difference, gets not staged changes not staged for commit, changes to be committed. What does this mean? This means that it is not staged for commit, but after I did git add dot, it got it got staged for commit, so it's ready to be committed. Andre, like it's not a kid anymore, it's a big boy. It can go onto github and it can do its own thing. That's what it's saying, right? Yeah, so that's what that does. Now what if I want a smaller output? I can do that by git status space minus s. Now you get a smaller output. This helps a lot if it's a very big project and you want like smaller outputs and everything. Now that is over. Next is git. Imagine Jesus Christ committed to a code repository, and you want to see what changes have taken place before he came or after he came. So you can be like before Christ, oh Roman Empire, oh after Christ, oh yeah, yeah, that's probably what Jesus Christ would do. You can do all of that using Git logs. Yeah. I would love to work with Jesus Christ on a GitHub project. Jesus Christ, hit me up, bruv. Yeah. So that's all for this video. In the next video, I'll talk about how to undo in Git, how to undo your changes in Git, what Git remotes are, what Git aliases are. Until then, tata, bye bye, Uma.